Hello everybody, welcome to Regional King, a tournament to determine who is truly king. Well, what are the regions? Of course, we have Kanto. And of course we have Johto. Oh, that's not, wrong image. And we have Johto. And don't forget, we also have Hoenn and Sinnoh. And of course Unova. Can't forget about Kalos. And then Alola. And then of course we're gonna have Galor and Hisui to top it all off, to finish off with Paldea. 10 regions in total. Yes, this is going to be amazing. This tournament is going to follow VGC rules, which means we're going to be bringing 6 Pokemon and selecting 4. It is going to be a double battle format. Under this current rule set of Regional King for this season, no legendaries. The Dex is available up until the Teal Mask DLC. 12 available Pokemon rotationally for each team. We carefully looked through how many available Pokemon each region has. That way, no region has a true advantage over another one just because they have more Pokemon to choose from. And we carefully did this not just based off of the number of Pokemon newly introduced into the region, but also just viable Pokemon, meaning fully evolved Pokemon and Eviolite users. A Pokemon is determined to be a part of each region strictly based off of National Dex order, taking into account when it was introduced. So, Kanto is all the way up to 151, Johto all the way up to 252, Hoenn is 386, Sinnoh is 493, 649 for Unova, 721 is Kalos, 809 is Alola, 898 is Galor, 905 with an asterisk is Hisui, we'll get into that, and 1025 plus at this point is Paldea. Regional forms belong to the region that their form is native to. Example, all the Hisuian forms, like Hisuian Typhlosion is going to go to Hisui, meaning Johto only has access to Johtonian Typhlosion, so on and so forth with all the regional forms. And yes, looking at that number, with the 905 asterisk, yes, there are enough Pokemon for Hisui to have their own region. I believe we determined approximately something like 16 or more Pokemon could technically be eligible for them. They were the big determining factor for us to choose 12 Pokemon for each region. So how are we going to do this? Me and TPS Platinum are going to do this draft style. We're going to end up flipping a coin for the draft order. More on that in a moment. But the beauty of the draft is one of us picks, then the other one picks, and we go down the order through all the regions. That way, we can pilot this well. If this becomes more popular in the future and we can get more team captains, people willing to control teams, team owners per se, we will continue to do this draft order, but it won't be just 2 people picking 5 regions apiece. It might be 10 people picking 1 region apiece, or 5 people picking 2 regions apiece. We'll see how it goes. So of course, with a draft, you could draft superstars like Will Levis here for the Tennessee Titans, or you could draft busts like Jamarcus Russell for the Oakland Raiders. Ask them all about it. And yes, I know they're no longer in Oakland, but they were when they drafted that dude. By the way, what was Will Levis looking at on his phone? Oh, Will Levis measures in at 11.25 inches at the combine. Hold on 1 second. What did they measure? At 11.25 inches. Huh. Maybe we could Google it and find out. Oh, no! Don't! Ah! Yeah, definitely don't Google any of that. Yeah. Just gonna leave it at that. Type F in the comments for everyone has now Googled Will Levis's, yeah, never mind. But back to what I was saying earlier. We're going to be doing this coin toss style. Now, we could literally just do a video of us flipping a coin, but that's kind of boring. I decided upon doing a coin flip battle, which is essentially going to be just a one-on-one battle. And what I mean by one-by-one battle is literally one Pokemon versus one Pokemon. Within the dichotomy of one Pokemon versus one Pokemon, it ends up kind of turning into rock, paper, scissors. Or as I would like to call it, power, gimmick, and stall. As you can see here, you have Mega Rayquaza, who's clearly all-powerful. Its whole design is just to overpower its opponents. You have Wobbuffet here, who's very much so a gimmick, with access to moves like Counter and Mirror Coat, alongside with Destiny Bond and its insanely high HP. It is a gimmick. And of course we have Toxapex here, who is just outright a stall Pokemon, who is going to try to outlive its opponents. Within the dichotomy of these coin toss battles, you can really kind of select any of them, and they don't fit perfectly with the rock, paper, scissors format. I do realize that, but definitely comment down below how you feel like it doesn't make sense. But typically, you will have a gimmick that can surprisingly outbeat a powerhouse, but stall that will outbeat the gimmick. And the outright powerhouse can sometimes just utterly destroy the stall, but sometimes not. It's not a perfect rock, paper, scissors format, but that's the beauty of it. Now, going on to me personally, since this is my video, which one of these did I go for? Did I go for the all-powerful? Did I go for the stall, or did I go for the gimmick? Well, of course I went with the gimmick. But in Scarlet and Violet, which is where these tournaments will be held, including the coin toss battle, we do not have access to such a beautiful Pokemon in Wobbuffet. Is there a Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet that has access to Mirror Coat and Counter? Well, of course, with egg moves, there are none other than Tatsugiri, which is who I have elected to choose to bring into this battle. Now let's go ahead and start this battle. Now, of course, you see that he has chosen Jolteon. Now, before we get this started, immediately I knew why he chose Jolteon. But do you? Comment down below. But we're going to go ahead and go into it. Jolteon has a unique ability with terrestrialization to be an outstanding candidate for none other than the strategy called Bolt Beam. Bolt Beam, which is essentially using a stab electric and stab ice type. It doesn't even really have to be stab on either one, preferably stab on one. But essentially, Bolt Beam is super effective against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types together, and no natural resistance to both of them. Meaning no matter what you're facing, you're going to be able to hit it at least neutrally, and depending on what you're facing against, you might be able to hit it super effectively. It is very powerful of a tool to have, and with terrestrialization, pure electric types, with Terra Blast, and good special attack, can now have access to some very powerful moves. And Jolteon is a great candidate because of how fast it is. Not only can it hit like a truck, but it can hit you first. But is it good enough to outlast my Tatsugiri? So you were planting a seed. He was talking about Jolteon a lot earlier today. Dang.
I like how Tatsugiri is so curious about what's happening in front of it.
Yeah. Should I go ahead and shake your hand?
Wait, did you intentionally throw?
No, I didn't throw. Oh, man.
What?
Yes! Let's go! Yes! So, of course, back to the coin toss. I'm the one that won the coin toss. My picks, not in any particular order, outside of Hisui being number one, because it's been a little while since we've done this draft. Hisui was my number one pick, and so on and so forth. You see Galar, Alola, Johto, and Kanto. And of course, Platt selected with his fourth pick, Paldea, the favorite coming into the tournament. And of course, Sinnoh, Hoenn, Unova, and Kalos. Welcome to the fourth season of the Regional King format. These videos will be uploaded twice a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays, 7 a.m. So tune in each week to see the next battle in this tournament. Starting off, the next battle will actually be uploaded the following Wednesday or Saturday, depending on when this is uploaded, because I haven't quite figured out the upload schedule yet because of how I want to end it. Still in the middle of all that, but please stay tuned. This is exciting. Also, as a note, yes, all the footage was recorded way prior to me making this individual video right here. But yes, comment down below, what teams do you think will do well? What teams do you think will do better than expected? And comment down below, what do you think will be the worst team? It might surprise you. As always, thanks for watching, and thank you to TPS Platt for participating within this with me, and helping me come up with this great idea. It was really mainly his idea, and we worked on it together. Always remember to stay fresh. Gummy out.